So you wanna get better at Valorant, you see. Either you've been playing the game for a while or you just installed the game, this series will help you in every aspect of Valorant. This guide will only give you the key points, so I will be releasing more videos going more in depth on these concepts, so stay tuned. Now, let's get on to the ultimate Valorant guide. Part 1. Mindset. As a wise man once said, in order to succeed in anything, you must have the right mindset. Having a good mindset will make you an overall better player, but also makes you more consistent. Remember this, if you're more consistent, you'll hit Radiant. I don't know. Now, you're probably wondering, what mindset are you talking about? Is it rank grind, work hard, play hard baby? Or, oh, it's my rank up game, I'm so scared, I might lose. Nah. The mindset is, no matter what happens in your games, win or lose, doesn't matter. All you need to do is you just have to get better in every game. For example, you were holding an angle that was actually pretty bad. At least if you lost, you would get better because you won't make that same mistake again. Having general knowledge over the game and not getting tilted will get you to the high ranks, I promise. Part 2. Objective. If you've been playing this game for a while, you can skip this part, but for the new players out there, I got you. If you're an attacker, you have to plant the spike and let it explode or kill all of them before the timer runs out. But if you're a defender, you must stop the attackers from planting the spike and letting it explode. Or you can defuse the spike, or by killing them. And lastly, letting the time expire. So yeah, that's basically what you do in this game. Part 3. Raw skill. Mechanical movement and aim in this game will help you drastically to your journey to the ranks. Let's first talk about aim. Aim is basically what happens 90% of the time in your games. So mastering it and perfecting it will definitely help you to the long run. Aim training or just playing the game in general, familiarizing yourself with the different angles and peaks. And we have something called crosshair placement. You've probably heard this like 1,000 times, but I'll just recap it. Crosshair placement is basically placing your crosshair to the average head level of the angle. For the new players out there, lift your crosshair a bit and not aim at the floor. So you won't have a hard time flicking up when you're aiming. At least you just have to click, you see? Oh, actually, speaking of peaks, let's talk about that. Movement in this game is a bit complicated, but I'll try to explain it to the best of my abilities. There are 3 peaks in this game: jiggle, jump, and wipe. Well, if you don't count the unique peaks. Anyways, first, jiggle. You will be using this one the most. Jiggling is the act of moving left to right, primarily to get info or where the enemies are, or to get ready for a gunfight. There's also a maneuver called slicing the cake or pie or pizza, whatever. But it's just basically jiggling, but you move your crosshair a bit more and more in the angle. It's more of a clearing tech, but it will be very useful. Jump peeking. It's basically the same as jiggling, but this is primarily used to get info or to bait out an operator shot. To perform this mechanic, move towards the angle, then jump. Once you're exposed, hold A or S if you're moving to the left, or S and D if you're moving to the right. Wide peek. High risk, high reward peek. This peek is usually used if you're super confident or you're swinging with a teammate. The point of this peek is to just get a kill, but most cases you'll get traded. Agents. Currently, there are 23 agents in this game, ISO being the latest, and knowing how to play them or against them will definitely help you. All of these agents have different roles, and there are 4. Duelists that entry in sight and clear sight and help his teammates to get in. Initiators that help the duelist by flashing or getting info. Controllers that smoke off angles so the duelist will have a hard time. And sentinels to help stall spike or hold sight or hold flank. Now, let's talk about agents. This is gonna be long, so you can skip it, but I suggest you watching it. Jet, she dashes, smokes, jumps, and has knives. Phoenix, he flashes, he has a wall, throws fire, and has a second life. Yoru clones, flashes, TPs, and goes invis. Reyna flashes, heals, and goes invulnerable, and she shoots very fast and goes invis. Raze throws an info bot that explodes. jumps everywhere, Granada, and of course a rocket. ISO, he has a wall that moves forward and cannot be stopped and cannot be shot through. He has a beam that makes enemies vulnerable. An orb that when shot gives him invincibility for one shot, and
領域展開
No distraction.
Neon, wall stuns, runs, slides, and a beam. Brim, stims that makes you move faster and shoots faster. Molly, smoke, and a beam. Viper, Molly, orbs, smoke, fart bomb. Omen, TP, blind, smoke, cross map, TP. Harbor, a big wall that moves forward and it can be stopped. An orb that acts like a shield, but it can't be destroyed. A bendy wall. And a stun. Breach, beam, blind, stun, bigger stun. Fade, info dog, sticky glue, Sova dart, and paranoia. Gecko, Molly, raise boom but stuns. Blinds, detains. KO, Molly, CSGO flash, can't use abilities, and no more abilities. Sky, party heal, info, flash, bird, info stun. Sova, info drone, damage dart, info dart, and beam. Chamber, trip, pocket guardian, TP, and operator. Cypher, tripwire, cage, camera, global info. Deadlock, crouch, sound, wall, and get over here! Killjoy, Molly, alarm bot, turret, and detain. Sage, wall, slow, heal, and revive. Pew! That was a handful, but once you keep playing the game, you'll familiarize with these things. Just remember, if you're fighting a duelist, try to swing with someone and double swing. If it's an initiator, expect a flash or an info giving util. If it's a controller, expect smokes and an omen blind. And if it's a sentinel, maybe team stopping util. But wait, who do you actually play? Well, it all comes to preference. You usually want to pick the good meta agents like Raze, Omen, Killjoy, and not like Reyna, ISO, or Phoenix, because these agents don't really give out util to their team, but they're more selfish. Here are the current good agents in this game. Remember, agents that are marked bad aren't really bad, just don't provide util. Valorant is a team game, remember that. Well, that's all I can fit on this video. That is chapter 1, see you in chapter 2. Bryn out!